Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video we are taking a look at the Spring 2022 collection from Orly. This is called Impressions. We have 6 really beautiful colors here in sort of dusty pastel tones, and what I really like is, well, we've got 2 purplish tones. This one here I think is a really beautiful periwinkle tone, but we'll get to that. But what I think is really cool is just the dusty quality overall that we have in all of these really beautiful colors. This was the reason why I decided to renew my yearly subscription to Orly. It had ended last winter and I decided, well, I want to wait and see what the spring collection is going to look like before I renew my subscription. And once I saw some sneak peeks from some other YouTubers that had already got theirs, I decided to go ahead and renew mine because these I think are some beautiful, beautiful colors. So let's start first with the 2 freebies. These are 2 full-sized freebies for this month, which I thought was really, really good. We have the Orly Rubberized Bonder Base Coat and then the Orly Shining Armor Longwear Top Coat, which might be sort of new because I don't think I've ever seen this one before. But these are 2 really nice products. I have yet to try this one, but I'm really excited, and I have used the Bonder Base Coat before, and I will still have to do some comparisons to how it wears with some other things on myself. I kind of find that hard to do because I change my nails very frequently. But in any case, 2 very nice freebies for this month. Now on to our colors. The first one is this really beautiful dusty lilac. This one is called Provence at Dusk, and hopefully on screen it's coming across accurate. I think on my camera it's a bit more gray and almost blue leaning, but it is definitely a lavender in person, and it's a very beautiful shade. Next up is this really beautiful blue toned. This one is called Bleu Iris, and this one I'm hoping is going to be a little on the periwinkle side in person, and especially on the little nail color swatch that they have on the box. I think it's a really beautiful, almost purple leaning color, and I'm really liking that so far. Then they've got a really nice dusty muted green. This one is called Artist's Garden. Next up is a somewhat dusty, almost like dusty daffodil with a little bit of a buttercream quality to it. This one is called Golden Afternoon. I think I might like this one, you guys. Next up is a blush color. This one is called Dance With Me. This one seems to be sort of a mix between a peach and a neutral. And then lastly we have this almost like milk chocolate, but pink, if that makes sense. And this one is called Parks and Parasols. Pretty unique color here. I don't think I have anything else like it, so I'm very curious to see how this one is going to swatch. So let's get into the swatches. Alright, so first up is the lavender. This one again was Provence at Dusk. This is a really beautiful formula. Almost a 1-coater. I think this could be a 1-coater on some people. I personally would probably always do 2 coats just to sort of even out the formula and get a nice plump look on the nail, but that is really beautiful in just 1 coat. Alright, let's go ahead and try a second coat. So I'm already getting fuzzies on my nail here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, really loving this shade of purple. This is beautiful. This is definitely going to be opaque in 2 coats. Again, forgive any bubbles or imperfections that you're seeing. That is a kitty fuzz that has made its way onto the wet polish. But that's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So that was 2 coats of Provence at Dusk. Next up is our blue. This one is Bleu Iris. Like I said, I'm really curious to see how this one swatches because I'm hoping it's going to be one of those blue-purple shades, periwinkle-esque. Ooh, I think it will be. This is beautiful. Very creamy texture. I really, really like the formula on this as well. There's that first coat. That is lovely. And again, these colors are very unique for them just being pastel creams. They've added a really beautiful dusty quality to these that I really like. And the blue one and even this purple one I think are going to be pretty unique to my collection, which I'm really happy about. Alright, so let's try second coat. Oh, I think this one's going to be a favorite, which is surprising considering usually I'm all about the purples, but this particular tone of a blue purple is breathtaking. I really, really like it. Hopefully you guys can see the specific tones that I'm talking about. I know colors like this can be kind of hard to read on camera, hard to photograph and capture, but this one is really gorgeous. It's definitely got a hint of purple in it. That is beautiful. So I might be calling it a bit early, but I think Bleu Iris might be a favorite. All right, on to our green. This one is called Artist's Garden. This one seems like it's going to be a fairly unique green as well. Again, that was one of the reasons why I did decide to renew my subscription, is because I thought that these pastels were really beautiful and unique shades of these pastels. And even this one is sort of on the yellowish side. It's definitely still a green, but if you were to compare it to a blue leaning green, this one definitely has some yellow in it. It's a beautiful color. Actually, I think the tone of this is coming across quite nicely on camera. That is one coat, and I think you definitely are going to want a second coat to give yourself full coverage. But again, really nice kind of candy colors in here. They remind me of those candy coated almonds. Really, really liking this so far. All right, let's do a second coat of our green. Oh yeah, this is very nice. Very beautiful spring green, like fresh plants. That's very nice. I still am thinking it's going to be a fairly unique color to my collection as well. Might not be my favorite just because I'm not the hugest light green fan for myself. However, for spring nail art, I think this will be the perfect color. So that was 2 coats of Artist's Garden. Next up is our yellow. This one is called Golden Afternoon. And I think this is again going to be a fairly unique shade, at least in my collection. You guys have probably heard me say before that I have not been the hugest yellow fan. So unlike a lot of collectors, I don't have many in my collection. So I think I'm going to like this color because it's a really beautiful, like I was saying, sort of like a buttercream yellow mixed with daffodil. And it's a really nice shade. I'm just really excited to see how this one swatches. I'm hoping I'm going to like it. Oh yeah. I think this might be the first time, other than China Glaze's Muster the Courage, that I'm actually really excited about a yellow. This is beautiful. Oh yeah. So as you'll hear, oop, another cat fuzz. Let's see if I can get that out of the way. So as you'll hear people say a lot, yellows are harder to formulate because they are a lighter color. So they usually do require at least 2 coats, if not more. But this is really beautiful for that first coat. And again, we're sticking with our little candy color themed rainbow here. So far, I'm really liking that yellow. This very closely resembles the color that I was actually thinking about getting for spring in a yellow. Sort of a somewhat muted buttercream is the closest the closest thing I keep coming up with is the buttercream. So really liking that. Let's go ahead and try a second coat. Ooh, yeah, this is lovely. It's got the slightest pinch of a little bit of orange in there, which makes this a really unique color. I'm really liking that shade. It's almost like mango sorbet. It's got that pinch of orange with lots of yellow in it. I really like this one. This is so, so pretty, which is saying something from a non-yellow fan. So that was 2 coats of Golden Afternoon. Next up is our peachy neutral. This one is called Dance With Me. I'll be curious to see how this one swatches. Okay, so this one so far seems to have sort of the sheerer formula, but still pretty good for that first coat. Banana smoothie, that's what this reminds me of, banana smoothie. Yeah, okay. So this is our first coat of Dance With Me. It's definitely less peachy than I was thinking it would be, but if you were to compare it to a straight up neutral color, it would definitely have a little bit of peach in it compared to my skin tone here. You can see that peach quality hopefully. So let's go ahead and do a second coat. Alright, now in that second coat I'm definitely getting more of a peachy feel. I could see this one, since it is a light color, needing 3 coats on some people. But it is a cute little shade. It's probably not going to be my favorite. This particular tone, I don't know that it's going to suit my skin tone very well. But again, for nail art, this could make some really cute little pink petaled flowers in some spring nail art. So that was 2 coats of Dance With Me. And then lastly in the collection is their sort of a pastel take on a brown. This one is Parks and Parasols. I'm really excited to see how this one is going to swatch because so far it feels like a really unique shade. Alright, that is lovely. I like the deeper tones to this one. It is definitely in the same family as far as the peachy pinkies, but it's got more brown in it obviously. That is such a unique shade to come out with for spring. I think that's really beautiful. Alright, so let's try a second coat. Yeah, I'm definitely really liking this color. It's almost reminding me of a color that I was looking for a couple of years ago. I don't know, I'll have to go back and see if I can't find a picture of that polish and see how it compares. But this is a really gorgeous color, you guys. I think this one is going to be in my favorites. I like that it sort of merges the pinks with browns. I really, really like that. I really, really like that. This is like the spring version of this type of color. I'm really, really liking that. So that was 2 coats of Parks and Parasols. And there you have it. That is our little spring 2022 collection from Orly. I am really glad I got this, you guys. This is such a beautiful collection. It is so candy oriented, but with that dusty tone to it. We've got that beautiful dusty quality that I'm always saying I'm looking for. This is right up my alley. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I have 3 favorites. The lavender here, which was Provence at Dusk, our blue, which was Bleu Iris, and our brown, which was Parks and Parasols. Those 3 are definitely my top 3 picks, but I've got to give a shout out to the yellow as well. I think for me especially, that is like my perfect yellow. I really think I'm going to like it. It has that candy quality to it. There's a pinch of orange to it. I think I'm really, really going to like that. Let me know down below which ones were your favorites, and if you got the collection already and you've swatched it, if they are as unique to your collection as I feel like they're going to be to mine, especially with the yellow, probably this blue, and this brown here. As always, thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure to hit that little subscribe button down below. That way you won't miss out on any of my new videos, and I will see you in that next one.